Hello, Low Cypher here. Do you remember a time when celebrities just shut the fuck up and could hide behind the aura of dignified silence? When they wrote off the quality of their works and selected interviews, where they did their best to be charming and intellectual, instead of being annoying activists? When they didn't give voice to every stupid and weird thoughts within their heads, that showed that they were actually dumb idiots? Yeah, well, those days are over. Overrated monkey and unevolved primate, John Boyega, who tortured us with his shitty acting as a shitty token black loser in Disney's fake Star Wars trilogy, recently gave an interview where he said this.
They're pandering. Let me tell you, Star Wars always had the vibe of being in the most whitest elite space. Like, this franchise is so white that it's like a black person existing in that was something. And you can always tell it's something when some Star Wars fans try to say, well, we had Lando Calrissian and had Samuel L. Jackson. It's like telling me how many cookie chips are on the cookie dough. I'm like, bro, they just scattered that in there, bro. They're okay with us playing the best friend. But once we touch their heroes, once we lead, once we trailblaze, it's like, oh my God, it's just a bit too much.
What the fuck are you talking about, Boyega, you stupid shit? First of all, the white as fuck Lucas created Lando and Mace Windu, you primate. Lucas didn't scatter them in the white cookie dough, he made them flavorful. Disney scattered you and other POCs into their shitty Star Wars shows, and if anything, you're the ones who are always counting the chocolate chips in the dough, and demanding for the entire cookie to be 99% chips, and 1% dough. You're the ones who are always pandering to selected groups. Heck, this whole interview Boyega is whining in is part of a show called Black Leading Men in Hollywood. How laughable, black men can't even lead a family as a father, yet they want to lead the white man's film industry? That's all these black losers can do, put their skin color at the forefront of every discussion. And are you seriously going to say that Star Wars is so white? Of course it is white. It was made in '77 when the demographic of the USA was around 85% white, you jackasshole. Why should they cater to blacks, Hispanics, and Asians? What, are all the non-white races so backwards and primitive that they cannot make anything of their own? They must always culturally appropriate white man's culture and pretend that it's their own? You know, Boyega, you low-key admitted that black people are a useless race on the face of this earth. No wonder we all have an inherent disgust of you and your kind. Oh, yeah, I'm saying it. Since woke jerk-offs like Boyega here like to fall back on the racist card all the time, to cover up the failure of woke slops, I'm doubling down. Heck, I'm tripling down in 3 dimensions. From now on I'm the racist boogeyman he claims that we all are. And that stupid part about whites not wanting others to touch their heroes? Would you like other races to freely appropriate African heroes? Geez Boyega, at least whites have heroes for them to feel proud of. Can you name me at least 10 African heroes from Africa other than Wakanda or Black Panther, you nigger cunt? It's amazing how Boyega and his kind are so racist, that they cannot even conceive of white people creating their own stories, and then wanting to keep it theirs. Oh, the blacks, browns, and Asians can have their stories, and also appropriate the white stories. But woe betides the whites for wanting to protect and keep their stories for themselves. Have y'all noticed this pattern? Everyone has been brainwashed to think that white people cannot have anything for themselves. If they do, then they always must diversify it. No other races are held to this standard, only whites, and it is evil. In fact, I consider all those who follow and use it, even white traitors, executable. And Boyega actually thinks Finn is an exemplary hero for black men to be proud of? Heck, even black faggots and homos ain't proud of him. A blackface performance from the 30s has got more soul than whatever the fuck it was you were doing in Disney's Star Wars. You were literally committing Uncle Tom blackface like the good little token slave who's never left the Democrat plantation. In fact, claiming that you did blackface is an insult to the humans who performed the thespian art of blackface. You're nothing more than a minstrel for the kike globalist, J.J. Abrams, to get the black votes and to secure the racist card. You're nothing more than a tool like a screwdriver, and that's an insult to screwdrivers. I mean, what, do you actually feel proud of your acting as Finn? Jumping around like a monkey, making stupid faces, and screaming for the white woman you were simping for? What were you leading and trailblazing for black people? How laughable Boyega is, thinking that Finn is heroic. Every time you came on screen you embarrassed black people, and set them back 100 years. Compared to you, the acting for Jar Jar Binks and both Anakin Skywalkers were Shakespearean. No one likes Finn, he's written as a buffoon, which is not something you were in control of, but he also acts and looks stupid, which is part and parcel of your performance and your misshapen, Neanderthal-looking face. Boyega looks like the missing link between Bigfoot and modern human beings. Yeah, that's right, I called you stupid and ugly, because I'm the toxic Russian bot you've been looking for, you Leslie Jones-looking motherfucker. Perhaps choking on the woke cock has made Boyega forget, but we were hyped when we saw him in the first trailer, and thought that Finn would be a Force-sensitive stormtrooper, which is an exciting angle if you think about it. Not to mention that they were hyping up stormtroopers being slave labors taken from childhood. All these sounds awesome on paper, right? Well, that is exactly what we were hoping for. But his handlers, the very people he's defending now, are the ones who threw him into the Sarlacc pit. We're the ones actually calling them out and criticizing them for doing Finn dirty, but I guess Boyega's got shit for brain, so he just performs like the good little seal that he is. But I think once you step back and take a look at the bigger picture, you'll realize something. No matter how much you try to pretend, Boyega was never chosen for his acting chops at all. I mean, get real, he's not gonna be the next Sidney Poitier or Denzel Washington. It was always about his race and skin color, and he knew it, and that drove him to take the role of Finn. No, I'm not going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Behind this text-to-speech voice is an Indian man of the East, and from the bottom of my balls, I'm telling you that Boyega did not simply want to act in Star Wars, he wanted to be the black representative of Star Wars, as well as push diversity and inclusion, which is a nice way of saying blackwashing by robbing white cultures. He actually doesn't care about Star Wars, he cared about using the IP as a vehicle for his narcissistic pursuits, and now that it's failed, he's whining like the petulant man-child that he is. And his and Disney's plan to make him the black face for Star Wars failed, because you cannot simply push a cardboard character onto an audience with brains. They forgot that not everyone in this world is a brain-dead leftist, the perpetual NPCs who accepts the slop shoved down their throats. Even Michael Jordan realized it, when he said that even Republicans buy his sneakers, so he ain't insulting them. You know, I think this has been a productive day, I really do. I saw Boyega's stupid interview, made this video expressing my feelings, and posted them online where I'll be lucky to even get a single view. Ah, victory! Star Wars is dead, Trump is in office, and these culturally insignificant fakers are whining because we're winning. That's how you know we're owning them. When even the dude they fucked over follows the tugging of his leash, instead of breaking away and standing on his own convictions. Because if he really thinks about it, the small group of fans who hated the idea of a black stormtrooper in 2015, and accused Disney of being SJWs and blackwashing Star Wars, were actually proven right. How ironic for Boyega. Then again, who's to say Boyega has anything resembling a conviction? NPCs like him always try to pass themselves off as human beings, but are nothing more than evil woke cockroaches. Sadly, even those we admired once, like Hamill and Ford, have revealed themselves as being this way too. But if your happiness is only dependent on what others do unto you, then you're fucked. The only way to alleviate this is to know that happiness can also depend on what you do, and how you react. So I've decided to unapologetically trash these woke losers as I see fit, anytime I can. Choke on a bag of woke dicks and die, Boyega. Low cipher out. My vulgar and politically incorrect rants are for entertainment purposes only. Please view the disclaimers in the description box. Please also like, follow, and subscribe. Thank you.